What's up guys, Max here with a new piece of Killer Instinct footage that I wanted to do a breakdown for, and it's a combo. And it's what has been dubbed as the FILTHIE combo. The few times I've had a chance to go down to Double Helix offices, Filthy Rich has always shown me some new crazy combo thing that he's discovered using manuals, autos, like all the huge stuff that's available in Killer Instinct combo system. What we're gonna see now is an example of something you can do that isn't ridiculously damaging. It's like 35%, but is very hard to break, is very flashy looking, and is also one of the most difficult things I've had an opportunity to try. And this thing literally took me about 45 minutes before I got the muscle memory able to get it down about 95 to 99% complete, and I never actually finished it. So let's watch the unedited combo right now, and then afterwards we're gonna do a quick breakdown explaining what exactly is going on and how the hell this stuff is taking place. Crazy, right? And it's using almost everything Jago has in his combo arsenal. Even though it doesn't do that much damage, it can be very, very difficult to break, albeit still completely breakable. Now I'm going to mention some things that some folks might not be familiar with if you've been playing Killer Instinct for a long time, but for some of you guys that have been into like Street Fighter 4 or Capcom vs SNK 2 or games like that, there are moments in this combo that have things called 1-frame links or 2-frame links. Essentially, within the opportunity you have to hit 1 or 2 frames out of 60 in order to land this actual combo, and I'll point out these portions because it can be pretty freaking difficult. The combo begins with close heavy punch into light wind kick. After that comes forward roundhouse, which is the first manual in the combo. This manual is within a few frames and is not that difficult to pull off. After that is heavy laser sword linker, a close range manual standing forward, followed up with the heavy wind kick linker. Once again, the close range manual standing forward is just about as difficult to pull off as the roundhouse from before. But after the heavy wind kick linker is the tough part, which is a close range manual roundhouse that takes about 2-frame link timing. This means you'll have to hit this button within about 2 frames of 60. So it's pretty tough to do. After that comes the wall splat ender, which cashes out most of the damage. And even though you can't see the meter at this point because the HUD is off, their knockdown value would be very high after this ender, so Jago activates instinct mode to reset the knockdown value or the KV meter back to 0, so we can start the combo over again. Jago immediately does cross-up medium kick with light laser sword linker, then into heavy laser sword launcher ender. This part leaves them in a juggle state where you can actually get additional damage, and your opponent will be unable to break special moves if they're being juggled with them. So Jago then goes into light wind kick to hit the first juggle, and then cancels it into shadow laser sword for an additional follow-up. After that, another light wind kick canceled into shadow fireball, and then finish the whole thing off with a dash forward light Tiger Fury into a heavy Tiger Fury. Many of the individual special moves timing during the juggle process of this combo are extremely tight and might even be considered 1-frame links. Now don't be too worried guys, this is just another example of how Killer Instinct has a lot of combo variety. The normal auto combos are what many people like to call the golden path of Killer Instinct combos, which goes from opener to auto double to linker to auto double to linker to ender, is very easy to do, and you can mix that up with manual combos just the same. What you're not seeing a lot of right now is a lot of people doing combos like this in actual matches. I guarantee you the thought process behind like remembering all this stuff and then thinking about breakers and counter breakers and what buttons your opponent is going to press is a lot to take in early on in this game, and that's how Killer Instinct is really going to evolve. But this is just an example of how far it can go and how crazy the game can get just with one character. So thank you guys very much. And there's also been a recent announcement that IGN is going to have the full freaking Orchid reveal with a ton of other stuff live on October 31st, and we'll also get our glimpse at the final character. So check that out guys, links are in the description below, and take care.